Let's do NBA teams without their stars tier list, boys. Let's start off straight away with the Dallas Mavericks. Now, I want to preface this. I did put these pictures together. Applaud me or thank me or something like that. Thank you. I tried to go with like starters. You don't have always like consistent starters with teams, adversity, injuries, things like that. So for example, I know that Derek Lively starts most games. Kyrie starts most games. Grant Williams definitely starts most games. Josh Green is in and out. Like if they choose between him, Derek Jones Jr., and Dante Exum.
Yeah.
And so again, just to repeat, we are putting these teams, these supporting casts into a tier list. So top tier is Hall of Fame, as you can see. Then we've got legit, average, mediocre, trash. Are we talking about the whole supporting cast or just the other four main starters?
It depends team by team because...
Okay.
So...
But that sounds like you're saying the whole supporting cast.
Yeah, I guess it's the
So
whole
the team without their best player, where do they fit in?
Exactly.
And I get that. Even though I've put just four guys.
But the four guys are the main people that we're talking about as well.
That's
but
it.
For sure.
We'll add in who we think probably is a bit of a...
It brings up a good...
big pace.
It's good timing because Lakers haven't had LeBron and AD. They've been on and off.
In and out.
And see how they've kind of performed.
And other teams, especially like the Sixers recently without Joel, Luka himself has missed something like 6 or 7 games or 8 games.
Miami Heat without Jimmy.
Miami without Jimmy for a long time. The Grizzlies without Ja now, especially for the rest of the season.
The Suns, we've seen a bit of that.
The Suns with that shit.
So it's like kind of highlighting where they can bolster up during this trade period season. It's now past Jan 15th. The trade is now open for everybody.
Everybody can be traded now and Jan 15 onwards. So, but anyway, let's get into it. The Dallas Mavericks. Their supporting cast without Luka Doncic, where do they fit into this tier list?
It's a tweener for me. And I'm going to get roasted for this. I am, because I put it as average.
Yeah.
I think it's legit, but I put it as average.
Average jumps out at me. Average. So a year or two ago, they're trash and mediocre.
Yeah.
But this season, they're not Hall of Fame. They're not legit. They're like in the top 6 or whatever they are in the West.
Average too.
Because they've got Luka, and Kyrie has been doing the 40-point stuff since he's been back as well.
Yeah. Just the inconsistency of Kyrie being
actually
in the
lifts
lineup.
it up.
Yeah,
so
Kyrie
where
lifts
did you?
it up.
You got him legit.
I got him average. No,
you got him average. Yeah,
I got him average.
Kyrie can low-key makes him average to legit on days, but also he's not consistent enough to either.
Yeah, but we've all got we're so happy for them because they've been shit, but now they're average. They've just come up to average from crap.
And their players have actually shown up because, as we said, they were for me, trash. What's his name? The Aussie boy.
Dante Exum.
Showed up.
Dante.
Yeah, found a gem in him.
Yeah.
And Derek Jones Jr., great trade
Josh Green,
to
solid.
Was it a trade to get Grant? Yeah, and to get Grant Williams.
Yep.
Yeah, real good stuff.
So no, it's good.
And also drafted well, Derek Lively, starting center. I've been really impressed by him so far this season. Let's get into one of the big teams in the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks. Look at that four right there.
Making me sweat, man. Making me sweat.
Shit, look at that four. We got Brooke, we got Malik Beasley, we got Dame, we got Chris Middleton. Where do this supporting cast of the Bucks fit in?
You forgot. Oh no, he's not there. Sorry.
Who are you thinking?
No.
Drew.
I just got mixed up. Yeah.
You're thinking Drew? Nah, he's not there.
No, he's not there. I
Where
got
do-
him in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Really?
Wow, okay.
Wow.
I think they're legit. I think that they're better than just where we're starting. I think that they're better, for example, than that supporting cast of the Mavs.
Agreed.
But at least so far this season, and I'm happy to be proven wrong.
Happy. Again, I've got them as legit. It's a tweener. You've got Hall of Fame Damian Lillard, who's been flat. And it's this is Giannis's team. People be like, oh, Giannis. Nah, this is Giannis's team. Damian Lillard's been absolutely shook. Get your divorce shit sorted so you can focus on NBA again.
Oh, is he getting divorced or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Damn. Same.
So, it's that legit. But also, this is where the supporting class / the adaptability and the rotation and the coaching. I'm not really rating this coach. The players were good, or they had a fixed scheme last year. This team hasn't really changed from last year. I know they've traded. Is it Garrett? Garrett or Drew? But Garrett, is it Garrett Allen or?
Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen, right? But I thought they could have had an easy substitute for that guy, right?
Yeah, they've gone down. They've seemed to have gone down in quality.
Yeah, but
other than Dame.
But it doesn't make sense. I don't feel like this team at its core has changed significantly enough to be like, oh, their defense is absolutely completely gone. Everybody else should understand what they're doing and just be like have Dame confused. But the coaching has really shown that it's not up to par. So that's why I've got them as legit, but with that Hall of Fame potential. Yeah, 2 against 1, got to go legit. And yes, I agree. Hall of Fame potential. Now, let's stay in the Central Division with this exciting Indiana Pacers team. Tuning into a Pacers game without Halliburton is an interesting one because they still play at lightning pace. But it's like, oh, this team's actually got not many faces, but they're still decent, man. Like, they've picked up a few wins since he's gone down again.
Right. They're in the East.
So we got, in this picture at least, we got Miles Turner, Neesmith, Bruce Brown, and who's the other one? I decided to put Buddy Hield in, even though he's not always a starter. Yeah. They mix it up. They've been mixing up their starting lineup all season. The other guys is Mathurin, Nemhard, and Obi Toppin. I like TJ and Jalen Smith. TJ McConnell. Really love him. Sixers boy.
The whole team for support. And for the Pacers anyways.
This is where it gets confusing because I'm like, I think they've got a lot of nice pieces, but they're just not at their ceiling yet. They kind of
that four's not beating any other 4 that we've put on the board already. Let's just put it that way. They're trash.
I reckon they're trash.
They're trash.
Wow. If we're counting the whole supporting cast, I definitely
that supporting cast versus the rest of the supporting cast you're about to see, they're trash.
I can understand that. When you put it like face to face, like, hey,
compare. Put them against each one of them.
I feel like they have more depth than the Mavs.
Where are you putting them?
Like, let us know in the comments. Deeper into the roster.
Let us know in the comments. I'm with Cheech. I think they have more depth than the Mavs.
You can only play 5 people, and Kyrie Irving would destroy all of them on his own.
The Mavs.
See, I've got
it's Kyrie Irving.
So you got him as trash. I've got him as average. I got Pacers as average because of good coaching.
Good thing about tier list is that we can come back and reassess. I think I've got them at average as well.
Wow.
Let them know in the comments.
I think I've got them as average as well.
Let them know they don't know
I can understand where Ryan's coming from though. Like, it's like peak of powers kind of thing.
Peak of powers against every other tier guy. People.
Yeah, 100%, of course.
So I'm like, maybe I should put him at mediocre, but nah.
We'll see. Maybe they will go there.
We'll adapt.
They've got a lot of guys.
A lot.
That's the Pacers vibe this season. They've got so many guys.
But that's the problem.
It's not the problem. They're in the top 5 or whatever they're in.
And also, now that
with Hallie,
it's weird because they ramp up their defense and then cool it down. But now, once they actually have that identity, like they're obviously fast, but they can put the clamps down in the in crunch time. They're really good.
Now onto this. What are we calling them? Like, sorry, poor team. Do you feel sorry for the Grizzlies?
I do now. Yes. Yeah, I do now.
I don't because they're very young. So it's not like, everybody's injured like Golden State Warriors kind of situation. And it's just Stephen Curry out there. So I don't feel sorry, whatever. I'm like, this is like the Jordan coming back. You know how he did the gap year for gambling, aka broken foot, aka whatever you want to call it. Baseball situation. So I think, hey, this is just a bye year. We'll come back and regroup next season. So I don't feel bad with the situation, but... So what lineup are we looking at?
They're a good one to talk about because of the whole jar in, jar out stuff. And I don't think you count Steven Adams in this when you're talking about...
lineup.
We almost can't count him in the NBA.
Yeah, you can't count Steven Adams in this supporting cast, I would have thought. Because he's not playing this whole season.
Oh, so that's where I was getting confused.
Yeah, I didn't know whether to measure him.
It's up to you guys, but for me, I don't.
No. Because I thought this is an
not
eclipse
just
situation. Very rare.
You'll see with a few of these guys, I do have instances where I'm like, I know he hasn't played much this season due to injury, but I've put him in the photo anyway because he's going to play.
Yeah.
Steven Adams is not going to play. That's my problem with that. So anyway, but for me, I'm not counting Steven Adams in the supporting cast. Outside of Ja, they've got JJJ, they've got Marcus Smart, Desmond Bain, Bismack Biyombo,
They're legit.
Aldama. Wow.
They're legit.
Yeah, I
That's
haven't.
way better than the Pacers. Don't tell me that Pacers team is better than that Memphis Grizzlies team.
They're legit. I've got them as legit. So,
Two against one.
It's a.
think
bu-
I-
I
it's
know
a
they're
tweener.
they're not right there in the ladder without Ja, but a lot of
Come
these,
on.
none of these teams have
See,
had none of their star players at all.
this is where I had the criteria. Can they get a bucket? They
Did you
can
see
get
them
a
beat
bucket
Golden
with
State
Bane.
today?
Oh
They
yeah.
don't even have Marcus Smart
Yeah.
or Desmond Bain.
Right. They have the defense.
You want to talk about the whole
capabilities.
team? We can bring that up.
They have the defense capabilities with Triple J and what's his name? It's Marcus Smart. If you want to argue, he's like a Pat Beverly running around. Then they've got the personnel.
Yeah.
In terms of
They're legit.
I'll
I
give
reckon
you
they're-
legit.
They're a legit squad.
they've got
If Ja was
everything.
in there, just like they done last,
Yeah.
they were fine last year without Ja, but they did lose Tyus Jones and Dylan Brooks. But they're a squad.
last year,
Yeah,
they were
they're a squad.
fantastic without Ja.
And I think I'm just thinking too much about the Steven Adams thing.
Yeah, you're like
I've already counted him out
look,
last year.
You've
I counted
taken
him out.
that Steven Adams Ja connection to heart. Huh? Let's go.
Now, talking about the Golden State Warriors, and
Funny we're
bro,
on them.
when I was making this picture, so you've got your Draymond, you got your Clay, and then I'm like,
Chris Paul.
who the fuck else do I put in this photo? I'm like, do I put Chris Paul? Do I put Wiggins? Kuminga's forced his way into the starting lineup. Looney, Pajemski, Trace Jackson Jr. And I'm like, Gary Payton. That's who I put in. I'm just like, Gary Payton and Kuminga. And that tells you the story of what the Warriors are at the moment. They are a mess. They're a
big
mess.
But
Terrible.
But for me, those names scream out and have kind of meaning, but they're just not working together.
Yeah, that's right.
They're
what's your
washed
kind of
up.
take?
They're old. They're washed.
As much
They're
as
done.
even though that I put Gary Payton in there, just to answer your question directly before we get on to about how done
go.
they are, Gary Payton, when he's back in, should be one of their main pieces. Wiggins is a name that should have meaning. He stepped up in the championship when they won it, but now he's
Scam.
just faded. He's scam.
He's a
He's
scam.
fake.
That's
Kuminga, they haven't given him proper young guy minutes for an up-and-coming guy. Moody, they haven't given proper up-and-coming minutes. Pajemski, it feels like they've had to. Trace Jackson Jr. feels like they've had to. Looney's half dead, just like all the rest of them. Draymond's half dead. Clay's gone. Clay doesn't have any... Clay's so shit.
You just said it. Draymond's gone.
Yeah.
Clay's so shit. They got no. They're trash.
They're gone.
They're in my trash
so,
bucket.
so where have you put them?
In the trash bucket.
I'm happy to go trash.
I put them in
Bins
the
are
mediocre.
coming tomorrow. I'm getting them in
I'm
there.
happy. In this, we don't have like the
They're not
Spurs.
mediocre.
We don't on this particular list. We don't have like the Spurs here. This is one of the worst supporting casts, if not
In
the
this
worst
list-
out of this list.
In this, but the funny thing is, when you look at the 2000 and 2001 Golden State Warriors,
the 2022, 21-22.
yeah, 21-22, bruv, 21-22.
The one that won the championship, is that what you're talking about?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
The 20-21, where they got into the play-in tournament.
Yeah.
Stephen Curry carried them, and
we beat 'em.
Yeah, Lakers beat
And
them.
Lakers beat them.
Hey,
Classic.
but Stephen Curry really showed me what's up.
He's not the supporting
it was like,
cast.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's Steph.
and I was shook, and I feel like, am I going to get burnt again? So that's why I can't disrespect their supporting cast.
Nah,
they're gone.
Nah.
a
If it
big
wasn't
hater
for
of
Steph,
Wiggins.
they'd be even.
Yeah,
They'd be next to the Pistons.
Yeah.
They're gone, bro.
Yeah,
They're
I'm just wary. I'm
they're
just
trash.
wary.
trash.
I feel like their
They're
potential's
trash.
good, but like I'm wary.
They got so much belief that it's not good because they still think that they're all the same as they were 5 years ago, but they're nowhere near as good.
They're just past it. They're
players
past
are
it,
doing-
and this whole trying to
past.
bring in young while you're old hasn't really worked. And they're copying. They won a bloody another championship, so whatever. They shouldn't feel hard done by. I'd kill to get one championship. They got 4 out of their run, but now they're copping.
bad.
They're suffering now.
If you haven't seen it, they lost against Memphis, a very
Without
what do you
Steven
say?
Adams. Without Ja.
Depleted.
Without Bane.
Without Bane. Without Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart.
And
there's more.
and the rookie Cook.
Yeah.
And then
He's the youngest rookie we all saw.
Yeah, in the NBA. All right,
rookie.
now, when I see these four faces in this maroon, this red, whatever you want to call it, the Cleveland Cavs,
Hall of Fame.
this
Wow.
this is a hard one, bro. Because I know they didn't have Max Strus, who's in that photo right now,
I'll put him in.
but
Wait, you didn't put him in?
I did.
Okay.
But no, I was sorry. I was about to talk about last year.
Oh, okay.
If they were so Hall of Fame, why couldn't they beat the Knicks?
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
You know what I mean?
First.
It's a tough one with this team. But if we hold on, actually, they added Max Strus, they added George Niang, and they added something else that I probably can't think of. Maybe this year they are a bit better. It's so hard. They're so good, but they're not. They are, but they aren't.
I
just
feel
think
like that's the
too
Cavs
young.
story.
It's that young tax. I've got them as legit. You got them as Hall of Fame.
Yep.
I think, yeah, they are deep. They are diverse. You can get a bucket with them.
Size everywhere. They got elite guards.
Yeah.
Adam Max Strus and
Max
Georges
Strus.
Niang.
I'm surprised Max Strus is what he is, man. Like, I had him. Like, I'm like, this is just like a Miami fluke thing. Like, low key. But nah, man.
How I say it, that team there, that supporting cast, probably better than the Milwaukee one and
And they got
and the
LeVert.
Memphis, and the Memphis one. If we want to talk about to the end of the bench, on paper they look so good.
I still can't. I know they've got new guys, but I still can't get those playoffs out of my mind. I'm legit.
Yeah, but
not Hall of Fame.
they're legit because, like, regular season, they're really doing well. They're holding their edge. Let's take it up a notch to Hall of Fame later. Let's see how they perform later on.
All right, 2 against 1.
Or against one.
No, sorry, I got them legit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Right. I've got legit.
I'm saying, let's see, like, Hall of Fame.
See how they go.
Yeah.
Now, your Miami Heat. We got in this photo.
Yeah.
This is another tricky
I would've
one
put
because
Jack
you're
Hammers.
always moving around.
I would have put Hammers.
Yeah, but when everyone's healthy,
Sorry, Hammers?
yeah.
Oh.
Jaime Hackers.
Okay,
Hammer
hackers. Okay.
Whatever, however you want to say. Jaime
J.
Hackers. Triple J. Who's going to be the better Triple J? I've already asked this on the podcast. Who's going to be the better Triple J? The current one or the new one?
The new one.
Ooh.
But, hey, both great. Both great.
But yeah,
Okay, but in this photo, when everyone's healthy, best player is Jimmy, then Bam, then Tyler Hero, Caleb Martin would be starting, and probably Tyler Hero, Kyle Lowry would be starting. That's why I put these four, even though it's always interchanging. But you can think about Huckers, you can think about Duncan Robinson, you can think about whoever else, all the depth you've got.
How many players? And
Jovic.
They could, if you put them on any other, man, this team is littered. I was gonna wait till the end. Let's put them at Hall of Fame.
Oh, hell no.
Let's put them at Hall of Fame.
2 against 1.
Can you imagine?
2 against
Your
1.
Hall of Fame.
Of course, bro.
You got Duncan Robinson who's lights out from 3. You got
many
Hero
games-
who's lights out from anywhere.
How many games have Miami played without Jimmy and they're already
So
like they're
what's
still
up?
there in the table?
This guy's high.
They're still
and every
there.
time we always make mincemeat out of this Philadelphia.
They're still there.
And he's saying Embiid. Nah, man. You got Bam. We got now. I was so worried about like, what happens when Bam like dies? But now we have Hackers. We have Hackers. Let me salsify ya, man. I'm kidding, man. Miami's Hall of Fame. And I can't believe we get another 10-year run, baby. We get another 10-year run.
All right.
Hall of Fame. Put him there.
Thanks, folks.
Put him there. It's
Hey, real recognized real.
Well, okay, hold on, Rise. You had so many in the Hall of Fame.
yeah, I did. I did. I did.
Because I'm trying to figure out my argument here to be like, how can you have them over these guys, but you don't, really? You have them all in the Hall of Fame, like a lot of these guys. You had,
Well, yeah.
You
I
had
had
the Bucks.
Cavs,
You
Bucks.
had them.
Yeah,
Contender.
totally here. I still got a few more.
No. But I have. Hey, no, come on. You see how deep our roster is?
Whatever. I don't.
Right. Whenever Hero's out, okay, let's bring on Duncan.
let me
Whenever
see.
we need a playmaker instead of Jimmy Butler, we can use Bam, or we can use Hackers, or we can use Kyle Lowry. Imagine. And then we got bigs. We have who did we steal from you guys again?
Thomas Bryant.
Thomas
Mr.
Bryant.
Energy.
And we have Kevin Love. Again, whatever way you want to play it, we can play. You want to play small ball? We can play. Big ball, play.
All right.
Get out of here.
All right. I'll put them Hall of Fame for now, and then we'll fight
Hall
later.
of Fame, if there was another Stratosphere, we'd go. Let's go.
That looks so wrong. All right, now the top of the Western Conference. How's about the depth of the Minnesota Timberwolves? This is a pretty easy 4 players outside of Ant Edwards to put because it's their main starters.
Yep.
Rudy, Cat, Mike Conley, and Jaden McDaniels. They've also got Naz Reid coming off the bench. They've got Kyle Anderson coming off the bench. They've got, Shake Milton.
Sorry.
Okay,
Yep.
The Timberwolves.
Yep.
So
It's a tweener.
I've got some Hall of Fames ready saved in my mind, and I'm not ready to dish them out yet. I don't think that the Timberwolves are really good and they got a good team, but I still don't think they're as good as my Hall of Fame teams. Not Miami, but for me they're legit.
They are comfortably legit. Comfortably. I wish I could have put him in Hall of Fame, but they're yet to be proven.
Yeah. I think I got him legit.
I think I'd have them over the Miami's though.
No.
Nah.
Fuck,
They haven't,
you guys.
they haven't even done anything.
Miami, I feel like Miami
that's a big
play
point,
every
yeah.
game without Jimmy.
Yeah, I
Until
know.
they get to the playoffs. That's how it feels.
Without Ant, I want to see what happens.
It's also because of Spoelstra.
Yeah.
Does that
we
count?
can't add
it
supporting
doesn't
cast.
matter. That's what we're
Whatever.
talking about.
It's they run.
All right, now is there any question?
That's why the Bucks are lower.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. I don't know.
Otherwise, the
anything
Bucks
else
would
to
be
say.
Let them know in the
Hall of Fame.
comments.
We'll talk about. Well, actually, we're probably going to get into it now. Is there any question about this team, the green team? This
Hall of Fame.
is the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame.
This is
That's
the Hall of
easy.
Fame.
That's Team America.
And
plus
how
plus.
can that team be in with that team?
No, you can.
How?
They made it
We
to the
have gone
finals.
7 games.
I know,
We've gone
I
7
know.
games. How many times?
I
We
know.
keep going back to
They've
back.
gone further
Back to
than
back to
you
back to back
without
back,
Jimmy.
back. Bro,
Most
I
likely.
know. Don't worry about the Sixers.
Bro, I'm
It's not
having
about
headache
that.
now.
The point is, I know that you guys normally do well, but I'm sorry. Let us know in the comments. Look at those 4 faces compared to those 4 faces.
team would beat that Bucks team without their stars. 100%.
Yes.
Don't tell me
Yes.
otherwise.
Yes.
And if you want to include the bench, 100 Bucks have no bench. You want to
Yep.
add the
Yep.
bench, and you want to.
Yep.
I don't know about that.
No. I know about it.
Here's the thing about Miami every year. I would never put my money that they're actually going to get as far as they do.
But they do.
I know that they do, but bro, Dame, best player in the series, wins the series. Dame against...
Dame's
What
biggest game
happened?
was in the playing tournament. That's the biggest game he's played.
Yeah, I know,
Nah,
but
he hasn't
it's
really
still
shown- he
Dame,
hasn't
bro.
really-
Dame
nah,
against...
I respect Dame, but
We haven't seen.
we might as well put Kyrie Irving up there if you're going to talk about a single player.
yeah.
like
Nah,
that.
but it's like
Kyrie Irving
Dame
had-
and Chris Middleton and Splash Mount to Brook
Who's
Lopez.
better, Dame or Kyrie?
As of this moment, I would pick Dame over Kyrie. I know you don't agree with that, but
Nah,
I think
I would-
Dame.
So if we're
I
talking
wouldn't.
one player like that,
But it's
then
not.
Kyrie Irving would also
No,
be further up.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not just
Single-handed.
I don't put them there because of one player.
Yeah.
I'm just when you talk about
All right, Brook
Miami
Lopez versus Miami players. Who's
Okay.
who better than?
versus Miami players.
And I wouldn't even put Carl. I'll put Hammers, and I'd take Hammers over Brook.
Wow.
See, I wouldn't
See,
take
I would.
Hammers over
I would
Brook
take
right now.
Hammers.
no.
I would put Bam.
He's more exciting,
When
bro.
you
Brook
put-
Lopez nearly won
If
Defensive
anything,
Player
that
of the Year
Memphis
last year.
team should be higher.
Bam can. Bam is.
But he's
the
asking me
defensive players.
Jaime Jaquez
And
versus
Hackers
Brook.
can. Hackers can. It's just that Pam takes the number one
Anyway,
spot.
my main question was, how can you look at those
I can,
Miami faces
easily.
and then look at the
easy
Boston
one-on-one matchup. What's up?
Okay.
Right. This guy can't dribble, so we know that. We got Kyle Lowry to defend that guy. Okay, Dylan White is an issue. Sorry,
Derek
Dylan-
White.
Derek White. Sorry, my boxing terminology getting the best of me. Right? Bam can easily get school Porzingis. I don't give a damn. I
100%.
don't give a damn about that one. And then, hey, Caleb Martin.
Jalen Brown
he can
alone
work.
is better than
Hey,
Caleb Martin,
you're talking
Kyle
peak of
Lowry,
powers.
and
You're talking
Tyler
peak of
Hero put
powers.
together.
We're talking peak of powers. How many times do we see the flake? It's flakiness, the undulation.
Pretty good, Jalen
I
Brown.
understand that, but it's the undulation. We always talk about Tatum Brown being so good for how many years, but now we're starting to put SGA above him. It's the same level. It's the exact same thing. When did these guys actually win something? It's crazy, and I expect them to
haven't.
win this year. I expect them to win this year.
when did this Miami team win something?
At least we've been the best in the East since, and then unfortunately,
They've won conference finals.
You're up there.
unfortunately, we just lose by one We had how many times?
They've won conference finals.
So to say, sorry, but your point of when have they won something? You're the exact same. The Miami and Boston are always up there winning conference finals, getting to the conference finals,
if you want
not
to say
winning.
level. So you're the same.
But this season especially, they didn't have Drew. They didn't have Porzingis in the past. You guys have only added nothing other than Jaquez. Every single year, I cannot believe what you guys do. I can't believe it. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. I hate bringing that point up, but you look at the betting odds every year of Miami, and even when we all
Josh
see
Richardson.
it, I believe in Jimmy, but
Kevin Love. Should have put Kevin Love in there.
nah, he's not like a proper
he
starter.
helps out heavy, man.
Anyway,
His supporting cast.
this is where I say, let us know in the comments. Those two
know.
groups shouldn't be. And here I am again. This team, the Clippers,
It's Hall of Fame.
I'm putting them
Fame.
straight in the
Yeah,
Hall of
yeah,
Fame,
Hall
and
of
they.
Fame.
How
But that,
can
all right,
Nah.
that team on paper is equal par. Like, it's probably better than the Celtics. Let's be honest. You got James Harden. You should have put Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Paul George.
I just put the starters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't have them all in. I just put the starters
But
because
if you want to go back down to depth,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay, let's talk about the Clippers now. So, it's not just James Harden, Paul George, Zubats, and Terrence Mann. They got Westbrook, they got Norman Powell, they've got Daniel Tice, they've got, well, they do have Plumlee, not that he's been getting much time.
no.
The Clippers are one of the deepest teams in the league, and they are a well-oiled machine as of right now.
Star power.
I don't...
Of course, it's Hall of Fame.
All I know is that in terms of that comment of that, they can beat the Celtics. I don't know that for sure. The Celtics, as much as I hate them,
Supporting cast versus supporting cast, not with
yeah,
not with the All Star.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Of course they can beat them.
straight off the
Got
bat.
Paul George and James Harden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight off the bat. No, but the Celtics thing. Sorry, I should have said this. The Celtics thing is very fit. Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown on their own.
They've already been something. That's the thing. They've already had.
I know, but
Yeah,
but
yeah.
even more, what they added, Drew Holiday and Porzingis are even more complementing. I know the Clippers needed James a
Them
point
four
guard.
against them four, maybe minus Terrence Mann, is a great matchup. And I don't think Celtics have it. Celtics supporting cast have it over Clippers supporting cast in any clear way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's as clear cut as that. I think it even might be Celtics. The way I'm talking about the actual chemistry, though. I know that's what I'm saying.
But then
The reason why the Celtics are so good, not because they have a Paul George or because they have the faces.
They're a built team.
They've got like
They're
four.
legit.
The
They're
Clippers
a
have
built
like
team.
four former MVP top four. The four guys, right? The Celtics, and why everyone has them as the favorite, is they are built for modern NBA winning.
Undo.
They just like bomb at the threes, which again we'll see in the playoffs, but we also know we got to see in the playoffs with that team as well. In terms of flow, the reason why the Celtics are the hot favorite is because they're flowing.
Like,
I know what you mean.
even
1v1.
Even Memphis supporting cast, I would almost put as Hall of Fame, because if you're talking just supporting cast versus supporting cast, they're beasts. If you want to talk about new basketball and quick and shooting up those, you've got Jaren Jackson at the 5 that shoots probably better than Porzingis to an extent.
Yeah.
So
And I think
to
that-
argue, at
I
that
think
point,
especially
that is-
without Steven Adams, I think that's where the Celtics supporting cast. What you're saying is a step above the Memphis supporting
I wouldn't even
cast.
say that.
But yeah. Anyway, but Clippers, we can review all of them at the end. Clippers, no question, Hall of
No
Fame.
questions about
Hall
it.
of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Now the champions from last year. This is interesting. Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. No questions about the starting four. Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope without the best player in the NBA, Nikola. Now, I'm going to say this, bro. This team is not that good without Jokic. That's how good Jokic is. MPJ's pretty. Jamal Murray has... We've gotten Bubble Murray and we got in last year's playoffs Murray. Very nice. Aaron Gordon is the perfect slot, and so is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. But I'm not joking. I could have this team an average. This
I've
supporting
got them as
cast
legit. Not average. They're better than the average. They're way better than the Pacers
you
supporting
don't
cast.
like their faces, huh?
They are probably better than... I try not to have Kyrie Irving bias, but in terms of supporting cast, fucking oath they're better.
than
average. They're legit.
average. Yeah,
But
they're
you
legit.
you know what I mean
I
in
have-
terms
no,
of
No, they're legit.
You can question
have-
it,
you
but
have
you're
the blue
talking about
arrow.
credential. You're talking about Boston. They're a team. So are they.
Yeah, that's a
just won.
team.
yeah, that's
The
what I
only-
was about to
The
say.
only
Yeah.
thing is, what Jokic does is really magnify how like the
Oh, yeah. It
Aaron
just
Gordon.
yeah.
and
Yeah,
It
but
definitely makes them all look better.
makes him look
For me,
hella better.
for me, it's not just magnify. It's with him. There's nothing. That's for me.
I don't know. I feel like Murray
I think
can do
so.
it.
For example, if you roll out this Boston team or you roll out that Clippers team, let's go Boston. You roll out that Boston team without Jason Tatum, and even if you do start Al Horford or whatever, they run the same shit and whatever, and Jaylen Brown, just like in Indiana the other day, Jaylen Brown had 40.
You could say the same for the Cavs because they never had Donovan Mitchell prior to that point. They're also just as good as that Boston team without Jason Tatum.
But their flow doesn't.
They're not built. They're not because they haven't
they
shown
don't-
us the
no.
proof.
They're-
But if you want to put just
They
Like
they don't complement each other perfectly like the Boston team does.
Yeah,
That's why
and
they
that's
haven't
why
had
we
this-
have him as legit, not as average, right? You've got a bucket getter, Murray. You've got a playmaker in Caldwell Pope. You have the two defensive bigs,
Sharpshooter.
and sharpshooters in well, not the other two, but you got the two big guys in terms of size for defense. And Caldwell Pope also is a smart and defensive player as well, able to not cheat. It's definitely a legit.
Yeah.
It's definitely legit.
I personally think you take out Jokic, I reckon they're not that great. That's how good he is. I reckon personally he's more than what Tatum is to Boston. He's more than what anyone is to anyone. What am I saying? He's the most yeah.
Jokic.
Yeah,
Anyway, but
no, I
two
feel you.
against one, yeah.
I feel you.
I don't think it's for me, it's, again, I know we're just disagreeing, but I don't think it's a magnification thing. I think without him, this team is pretty sorry, pretty sad. He's their lifeblood. He keeps them alive. Anyway, 2 against 1, legit.
Yep, legit.
Jet.
All right, now on to the LBs.
The LBs.
Ryan's LBs. Now, this is another team I found it hard to find the pictures for because AD, of course. Okay, Torian Prince is
Should have been
always starting,
probably AD, AR,
but he doesn't start.
D-Lo.
Wait, he starts it again now.
He does start, yeah.
Oh, is he just
started?
Starting now.
last few games?
Last
Started
5,
at the
6 games.
beginning of the season, then he stopped because
Yeah.
he
All right.
wasn't
Well, I just went with what I thought was the
You
main,
have to blame Ham,
the main chunk.
Mr. Ham.
So I
Mr.
did
Boyle.
put Prince, and I put even though he hasn't played Gabe Vincent or whatever, he hasn't played properly yet.
Look, that one's
Because-
a big one.
I
Because
put D-Lo. I put D-Lo, Austin Reeves, AD, and
I think you're going to be
Torian
starting Prince when
Gabe
Vincent when
once-
he's
once he's
fit.
Yeah,
because
maybe.
the ins and out, the constantly rotating. Do we start D'Lo or not? I think Gabe Vincent will not have that question mark.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about the supporting cast. So we know AD, Prince, Vincent, Vando, D'Lo, Reeves, Jackson Hayes,
C. Wood.
C. Wood, Max Christie. The team that's below the cookies in the NBA.
No, not anymore.
Oh, sorry, not today.
we
10th?
beat OKC.
Back
just,
to 10th?
Who'd we beat? Second or third in the ladder?
Yeah. Back to
beat 'em.
10th in the...
I got him as legit. I won't put him Hall of
NBA.
Fame, but I got him as
NBA.
legit.
You got him as legit. So all your issues are Ham. Like, where's the issues coming from? If it's all like this is pretty blur.
There is no issues. We don't have an issue. We're a top 10.
So it's just
The thing is,
it's just a long season. This is a
you
lull.
can talk your shit, but facts are facts. We had this same record. We all saw, in fact, we had the same record this time last year. Who made conference finals?
Yeah, but you changed half your team again.
But we've got that team now. If not better than what we had at the end of the season.
I thought it was
Questionable, but-
I think it's better. On
And-
paper, it's better.
Yeah, it's better now.
But
But that just, yeah, it's better now. And we got the same record as last year and we made it to conference finals. So, prove me wrong.
I think this is average.
I've got it as average.
It is average.
I think
That's
it's
all right.
average.
I was expecting it.
I think
Put
it's
the wrong
average.
faces there, by the way, but it's all right.
Yeah, bro. What can I do? You got so many ins and outs.
Look, I want to see Gabe Vincent, what that adds to the team.
Oh, that was me trying to be nice. He's the unknown good, that can bring his back.
Do you know when he's expected?
No.
I think it's the season write-off. I don't know. In my head,
No, it's not season right. I think he's like coming back.
No, it's not season. Yeah,
okay.
he will come
in
back.
my head, I don't know.
Just while we're on the Lakers right now, I'm sure everyone wants to hear about them.
Tell us.
Do you want to make a trade? When we talked about this last couple of weeks ago.
We don't need one.
Oh,
we made the conference final.
You could.
We just need to be playing games.
What about the factor of teams getting better in terms of like the Clippers, the Wolves, the Suns?
How have they gotten better? For what?
Oh, well, the Wolves are first. They've very much improved.
Okay. They've gotten better.
OKC.
Yeah.
The Mavericks.
Yeah.
What about that part? You guys are 10th right now.
Clippers. James Harden has a shot regardless, so he can do whatever he wants in regular season, like Joel Embiid. They still have to show up in the postseason.
It can creep up on you. So if you have to play like let's just say it's the Nuggets. If you have to play the Nuggets because you finished
I can
eighth,
guarantee more teams are worried about versing the Lakers in a play-in and in any games more than probably OKC and Timberwolves.
I understand that. But my question is...
What's your question?
If you're saying we don't need to improve...
Okay.
Last year you did make the conference finals, but you're 10th.
Yep.
We don't need to improve. What if how do you feel about finishing 8th because you didn't improve so LeBron and AD might step up. Sorry. LeBron and AD might step up in the playoffs as we expect them to.
Yep.
But if you finish 8th, you could face Denver away for the first round. And that's because
if they're first.
Okay. Or you could face one of these teams away, like Minnesota, OKC.
Yeah, we've done that last year. I don't know what to say. It's a whole different game.
Anyway, but you run the risk of facing Denver in the first round.
Yeah,
is probably what I'm
West.
getting at.
Have you seen the table of the West?
Yeah, I know.
People don't want to verse anyone in the top 10.
But the lower you finish, the more likely you are to face Denver in the first round. Is what I'm getting at.
If they're first, they're not first.
I know, but the lower you finish, they're like 1 or 2 games out of first.
Yeah.
The more likely you are to face them in the first round, and then it's like,
They're fine.
All right.
They're fine.
Hey,
Lakers are fine.
They're fine.
Look at what Miami's doing. He's just trying to copy the blueprint from last year.
Well, Miami aren't 10th. What are you?
We lost the first play-in, and then that was bottom of the barrels.
All right, now. Oh, and this whole conversation will be so different if you lost. Okay, now the Kings, the Sacramento Kings, who feel like they've got a lot of depth, and they feel like they're losing every game. Yet I'm pretty sure they're in the top 4 in the West.
Bruh, they're wild. Anytime I tune to pick up a decent game, I'm like,
they're just weird.
Yeah, and then they're like, they're still up there. So, what did you pick for the starting?
Well, this is I don't care if Duarte is in for Huerta.
Harrison Barnes, Kevin Huerta.
This is their starting lineup, bro. This is this. Barnes starts every game.
Barnes, Murray,
this is their starting lineup every game. The only question,
and then they got Malik Monk,
is Huerta or Duarte recent.
See, I would have put instead of Barnes, I would have put
Malik Monk.
I know, but
Harrison Barnes is the starting.
I did say that I gravitated towards putting just the starting lineups and then seeing what you guys wanted.
Yeah, that one for me, and then that makes it for me a complete team. And then you have Harrison Barnes and is it how do you pronounce it? I don't want to say
Kevin Huerta.
No.
Huerta.
I'd put them as
legit. They're legit. I think they're legit. It feels weird. It feels like I've got more negative taste in my mouth about them right now, but they're legit.
I think I had them as average.
Actually, low key, I put them on this Hall of Fame, but
not for me.
No, they're not Hall of Fame.
All right, that's the Kings up to legit. Okay, now the Oklahoma City Thunder with Jalen Williams, the starting one, with Lou Dort and with Josh Giddey, who doesn't really play starter minutes, but he does, but he doesn't. I've told you he's getting traded.
When he's hot, he's hot. But
yeah, when he's shooting threes, that's when he's a help.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's a good player. And then they've got guys like the other Jalen Williams off the bench. They've got is it Wallace, that new guy they've got? Isaiah Joe, Kenrich Williams. They've got guys. They've got a lot of guys off the bench. And I'm probably missing some obvious ones, which is bugging me right now. But the Thunder are deep, and they're deep with youth as well. Mm-hmm. It's really exciting in OKC. They're legit, aren't they? They're not.
They're not more than legit.
Yeah.
It's just the youth tax. At the end of the day, otherwise they could be arguably Hall of Fame. But
Yeah.
we yet to see. They haven't earned the reputation or earned their stripes like Jaylen Brown. You know what I mean? They've been there, done that. Tatum.
Maybe at
been
the end
there,
of this
done
year.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how deep they can
We'll see
go.
how they go.
Yeah.
Lakers did beat them. The average team. Average supporting cast. Just remember that.
But they're legit, man.
Yeah, they're legit. All right, and now this is all right. I want to preface this bullshit, especially if you saw the box score today. I asked these guys who's the best player on the Pelicans before we made this whole thing, and they both said BI.
I believe it's BI.
For me, it's Zion still.
I understand what you mean. It's peak of power. But BI is the one that had like if I'm trading.
He's the
Zion.
only guy that's scoring from.
I'm trading.
Besides
Zion,
Jordan
man.
Hawkins now.
I'm trading Zion.
Zion had 30, bruv, today.
I don't give I don't give a damn, man. That arthritis guy, sausage of a thing.
Oh, yeah, they lost. Just see
No.
what the Mavs done to them
No,
at the end
he's
of
a
the game.
I don't know.
Zion is a liability.
They fouled Zion on
aren't they
purpose.
like-
You know they
Aren't they
fouled
like
Zion on purpose.
Fourth?
Yeah, they fouled Zion on
do they?
purpose. He missed the free throws and the Mavs won. The
Ah.
Mavs are up by 3 and they fouled Zion on purpose.
Oh.
Imagine. No, he is like I understand. He's a great player, but he's an absolute liability.
I think this
at
is
youth
also a
age.
comment for me on BI. I think they're both weird.
Nah, BI is
He
more.
had 12 points today, while Zion had 30.
Yeah, because
Curry
he's a-
had
he's-
fucking that the other day.
Yeah, but Curry's old. He's all right.
But he's more. BI
Clay
is
had
like
that. They're all
is a
fucking-
baby KD. KD didn't.
Nah,
perform.
but- nah.
KD didn't perform when they swept the Lakers last night. 2 nights ago.
Yeah,
it was he
nah.
allowed Booker and Bill to cook, and KD had around 12 points.
No, but they have to do that. They have to, like, share it over there. They're trying to work themselves out. BI and Zion, like the Oklahoma City Thunder, should be booming right
They've
now.
got a lot of. The thing
They've
is,
got a lot of players.
they've got a lot of players.
That's
They've
what
also
I
got
would
a
like to-
very young players that want to make something for themselves. Like Jordan Hawkins, they need to play him somehow. They need to get him more minutes.
That's
I know
right.
they are, but
You
give the
can't
guy
tell
some
me-
minutes.
So,
He
yeah,
puts
they
the
do,
ball
as
in
you guys are saying, they've got a ton of depth. They've got Valanciunas, they've got Zion, they've got Herb Jones, they've got
They're
CJ
legit.
McCollum, they've got, off the bench, they've got Cody Zeller, they've got Trey Murphy the third, they've got Jordan Hawkins, Dyson Daniel, they've got everyone.
Put him legit.
It feels weird.
Why?
Feels weird because they just don't feel legit.
No, they are.
But they don't
legit.
feel average either. I don't know. I don't know. I could have them average with the Lakers, actually. I could have them
Wow,
average.
No, Lakers. If you put them in the Laker tier, I'm dropping the Lakers.
Tell them. Tell him about the Lakers.
I'm not even gonna say it. Nah. We'll wait. We'll wait till the end of the
You
season.
guys both have them
He's
legit?
not playing.
Yeah.
Right now, I know they're in like the top 6 of the West, which is funny. They're like the Kings in a way, but I don't know. Something's just not exciting. That should be exciting in New Orleans for me, but that's all right. Let's go to Phoenix
Hall of Fame.
now. In this is an interesting one.
Just
Okay.
like it's like the Clippers. They've got stars who are Hall of Fames. You put them in the Hall of Fame.
But
If you want to talk about current
hold
how
on,
they're
bruv.
playing
Hold
right
on,
now, then
bruv.
we can rearrange
Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and then you drop
everything.
5,000
You
stories.
got Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. That's
Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, and then you drop 5,000 stories, and you get to Yusuf Nurkic and Grayson Allen.
No, you don't. You don't drop
Grayson
5,000
Grayson Allen
stories.
is like a Malik Beasley, but better.
Grayson Allen's not that good, bro. He's just a shooter.
Yeah, he's just a
He's
shooter.
better than Malik Beasley.
Okay, he's a little bit
Hey,
better.
he's- hey,
That's
no,
not
that's-
saying much. Malik Beasley's what?
Then you got Bill and Booker and Nurkic versus Dame, Robin, and Chris. Tell me who you're taking.
I would take those guys, the Dame and that. Yeah.
Damon,
Especially as of right now, Booker hasn't started.
Someone roast him in the comments, please.
Booker hasn't started
roast this
MVP.
guy.
I'm watching this season
Oh,
so
where are you
far.
putting him? Legit.
It's fucking so terrible after
But if you're
after the 3 guys, they are so fucking shit. After the 3 main guys, as in KD, Booker, Beal, they are so crap.
No, Grayson Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bucks guy. Yeah, nah. He's been doing all right. Like, he fits in his role. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, they all
they-
fit in their fucking roles.
And then who else do they have on the bench?
They've got Eric Gordon.
Yes,
They've
you're right.
got fucking Bol Bol. They got Josh Okogie.
Yeah, it's weird.
Why have they been?
really goes
struggling,
bad.
bro? It's
He
because
really
they've got
goes
no
bad.
depth when one of their main guys is out.
Well, they're making Bobo look like a superstar with the highlights. And I'm like, bro.
All right.
So I have them low key as average, but I've reassessed it, and I think they should be legit. But I think I've got them as average.
I've got them as average, and that's weird because I've got them as one of the main contenders. It's just that's what KD. That's what. There's only one ball, and that's what when there's KD and those two guys. There is only one ball.
They're the same level as
in terms
Lakers.
of supporting cast, yeah, I feel like Lakers.
I'd say a little bit more.
And then you add LeBron, you add KD, and but the benefit I give them over the Lakers' chances is the one ball factor. If there's one ball and you got Beal, Booker, KD, that's why I do love the Suns. But if you want me to rate their depth, man, fuck, their depth is so bad.
Yeah.
This supporting cast.
But that's what happens when KD keeps forcing his way out. I don't know why these players just end your contract, go into free agency, and go to where you want it. Far out.
Anyway, what have you got, Cheech? I think I've got him average.
I got him average. And I was scared to take it back, but I thought you said
average.
Hall of Fame.
I don't know. I don't agree with average, but
You said
I'll put him Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn. No, they don't even touch Miami.
It's just stars. It's superstars. That's what I'm talking about. Just superstars. I'm not talking about
Performance.
Yeah. I'm just who are the superstars?
Take a power kind of thing.
Who would you rather take?
But as a lot of the pushback in this whole podcast from me has been like we're saying with the Celtics talking about versus like the Clippers' faces. Out on the court, the chemistry and the impacts that they bring, bro. And they get doubled, bro. I've been watching these guys, especially when KD's out or when Booker was out. The Suns guys get just doubled, and you need Grayson Allen to score 25. What I'm getting at is
cast get doubled because they're so good. Yep.
Yeah, but
That's why you take
But
them.
you can't do that on that team, bro. You cannot do that
cannot.
against the Celtics because they're all too good. You can't leave anyone. That's the point. And if you leave them, you're dead. You're gone. You can leave Grayson Allen and Yusuf Nurkic, and you can be like, that's a good plan.
Okay. That's fair.
That's a good idea. But the same with the Clippers. You can't be double teaming like that.
Yeah, that's why. But I think Boston's like if
the Clippers and the Suns would be the same
within the tier of Hall of Fame.
The Clippers have more depth than the Suns.
No, they've been on a run. That's why they're so good. They've been on a good run.
Yeah, but they have more depths.
And
I would put it as 2 seconds. I would have their first when they lost 5 in a row. I would call that the anomaly because it's been a longer stretch now. When you've got Harden, Paul George, Terrence Mann, Zubats, Plumlee and Tice and Westbrook and Norm Powell and whoever else they've got, that's way more than the 2 guys that I'm seeing there.
It drops bad.
Yeah.
And the thing is, right, they have the Ty Lue factor too.
Yeah, there's that as well. The coach, if we're counting that.
Unbelievable.
And that hurts me because I have the Suns as one of the contenders. That's how big of a thing the three-headed monster with KD with one ball is.
The Suns the Clippers last year?
No, the Clippers have always had
still
depth.
better.
Clippers in the Ballmer era with all their money, they've always had depth. They just can't work it out with the injuries.
Cool. Yeah.
Clippers.
Yep.
All right, now we're on to the final 2, both from the Atlantic Division.
I see a headband. I don't have my glasses.
That's Mitchell Robinson from the New York Knicks. So Mitch Robinson, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and OG Anunoby.
I see Carmelo Anthony.
And I know you like this team, Cheech.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one because Tibbs gets the most juice he can out of him. He definitely does.
It's average.
And then they've got off the bench they've got Josh Hart, plays a lot of minutes.
Yeah, he's good.
They just traded quickly. They've got Hardenstein, who I like off the bench, who's currently playing. They've got like Grimes, McBride.
It goes down. It goes off. And you know what? This coach, Tibbs, he's just going to run the 7 guys down. They're average, right? When you look at, as soon as Brunson leaves, what happens? Before they were better. I like this in terms of before they had quickly, right? They always had that bucket getter. Now I'm really worried about where you're going to get that bucket getter from, right? I like the new constructed team. I like it because I think it's more stable. I think pick of powers kind of thing.
Yeah.
But in terms of depth and where they're going to get their next bucket from, it's now going to be like a grinding kind of team. Like, hey, we're going to
defense is better, but-
Defense is great.
Yeah.
Great. So that's why I'm putting him as did I say average?
I'll put him as average, I think.
But in terms of scoring power, there's nothing there. In terms of playmaking ability, there's nothing there. Nothing.
I reckon they're legit.
Nah, man. Nah, average.
What makes you think they're
Average.
legit?
I just
Where are
think
they on the ladder? Hold on, before you start talking.
check where they are
They're
on the
decent.
ladder.
They're
just-
decent.
Check where they are on the ladder. They get it done, bro.
Give us your take.
This team and the way Tibbs coaches them, which is which makes them go out there.
Yeah.
They, I'm trying to look for the words. They leave it all out there. They're a team that leaves it all out there, and that I don't know how.
They are
to
not
say
better
it.
than the
They are
Lakers
not
supporting
better.
cast. I wouldn't
Without-
even say
Nah,
that.
see,
Without-
they are
with-
for me.
Even Kyrie Irving would ruin all of them on his own. Hands down.
Hey,
bruh.
Nate.
They're good, man.
No. They have
Irving
no
can
scoring power. Look
cook
at the
anyone.
score. Where are you getting the
Right,
numbers
okay.
from?
Let's just go simply. They beat the Cavs last year.
They lost against Orlando. They
Yeah, but it's-
like
Okay, but they
It's all Brunson. It's all Brunson. I don't give a damn. It's all Brunson.
It's not all, bro.
It's all
definitely all Brunson.
All Brunson.
Oh,
it's
wow.
definitely all Brunson.
It's all Brunson, man.
Oh, okay. No, I don't.
You
yeah,
don't rate
I
Brunson
don't.
like that?
No, I do, but these guys are solid,
No, they
man.
can't work. They cannot. He's a playmaker and a scorer.
He's really good, and he's head and shoulders their best player.
If Emmanuel Quickly was there and maybe RJ Barrett, I
No,
know.
I reckon they're better now.
They're better now, but in terms of a support, like in this kind of case, I just don't know where they're going to get a bucket.
And I think they're better than the Nuggets supporting cast. And I think and they beat the Cavs last year.
I'm just trying.
Nah.
This team, I know Brunson was massive
Beat
because
the Cavs with Brunson. That's why we're not thinking about if these.
okay, but Mitchell. Okay, but also Mitchell's out of this equation.
I'm telling you right now, my Lakers team supporting cast would demolish that supporting cast. And don't even
I don't know, bro.
think about it.
I don't know, bro.
All right,
AD's,
let's do Philly. Hurry up.
AD's clearly the best player in that matchup.
And he would ruin all four.
Right.
Okay.
Mitch
So who's
Robinson is a really Mitch Robinson is a really great defensive
This guy
center.
hasn't played.
Okay, but he will be back, and he does.
Robinson and
Mitch
One
Robinson
second.
is a great defensive center.
OB
Randall's up and down, but he is a solid player.
OB can help.
He is,
too.
bro.
OB can help.
I'll just put it straight out. Like,
It's defense versus
I'm
offense
taking
kind of
Randall over Austin Reeves. Who's your third best player? Austin Reeves, right?
Would you actually take Randall over
Yeah,
Austin
yeah, you
Reeves?
guys
Oh
aren't
my
watching Randall, bro.
God.
Don't worry about the memes, bro. Randall, how do you think they got to the second round last year? How do you think they got there?
No,
Jalen Brunson is why they
Brunson
got there.
he wasn't some Kawhi.
But he was on the team. He
I
was
know,
on the
but he
team.
wasn't some Kawhi. Yes, and Donovan
Yeah.
Mitchell was on that Cavs team that we've put in legit.
Yeah.
It's not this Knicks team. I know we're not used to it. This Knicks team, and they just picked up your boy OG Anunoby, bro. OG's a real solid player.
Nigel
Randall's
Richardson.
for real. Mitchell Robinson is at least a good tree. Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart, these are solid pieces, bro. This is a solid team. They're a really solid team, the Knicks, right now. And it's not just...
No, I can't agree with that.
Brunson is... Okay, let me just say, but Brunson isn't some, like, Jimmy Butler right now. You got to know that.
No,
Oh, he takes
No, bro.
Yes, and it all
every
falls
big
to
game
his.
he plays, he takes over.
No, I know, but he's not that good. He's not like...
Nah,
he's not like a top 10 player in the league. He's nowhere near it.
Nah. Oh my God. I know what you mean. But
We all put Jimmy Butler in our top 10s.
They are not legit. There's no way.
I don't know. Yeah, let us know in the comments. We can go average. But that team is more solid than you guys realize.
That Sixers team isn't any better than that Knicks team.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Just give me a second. Yeah, I'm pretty low on this Sixers team without Joel. When he's out,
I'd almost put him mediocre.
let me look at these. No, they're definitely not legit. Average.
Sorry, did I miss? No, I put them as legit,
Yeah,
but bottom
I think
level.
I think the Sixers team is the Sixers.
Yeah, I put them as legit, but tweener. So between like legit and average. So I'm happy to lean average.
No, I think they're mediocre.
Oh,
Yeah, bro. You're gonna.
hey, you're doing this bullshit for the playoffs. He's calming it down.
No,
for
I'm
the
not,
players.
bro.
He's
Have
trying-
you
I know
seen
what
us?
he's
Have
trying
you
to do.
seen us, bro? Forget the game against the Kings the other day, bro. That was just a spark out of nowhere. This team, I said this to you privately, bro. This team is pretty sorry without Joel.
Nah, like I understand. Like, hey, look, we
Well, I
we
said it on the
smashed
show
you.
as well.
We smashed you in the Christmas
Yeah,
games. That was
yeah, yeah.
fantastic. But that's an anomaly for quick.
No. It's not an anomaly. Oh, for Maxi, yes.
For Maxi.
And him and Tobias
Right.
do step up
Tobias
when Joel is out, but
score-
not in a
score
legit
go-getter.
way. And not even in a those teams' way.
I'd have.
There's,
Kyrie
I'm
over.
starting
I just
to
have
feel.
an average.
We'll talk about it when I put this in. So you got a mediocre?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're mediocre as well.
I put him as average.
They're-
Sorry,
we've
legit average.
we've got a lot of players that don't suck, but they're also not that great
Yeah.
without Joel.
You got a lot of pieces.
It's. I mean, let's be real. It's similar to Jokic. Apart from the facilitating part, Joel makes everyone live. You know what I mean? He gets them eating because of the space the doubles he draws and all this bullshit. Everyone feels so free around Joel. Not that he passes as good as Jokic, but you know what I mean. Around Joel, everyone looks like, oh my God.
But I feel it's a similar level with the Knicks.
You guys are underrating the Knicks. So you guys don't realize.
Without Brunson, man.
You guys don't realize
They-
how good
they're-
those four players
They're a
are.
lottery team, man. Without
No.
Like the fact that we put the Timberwolves there.
Yeah. Where? We put the
In
Timberwolves-
legit?
In legit, yeah.
At the end of the day, they've only got Kitty Cat.
Gobert's been back to really good and impactful this year. Jaden McDaniels is one of the best wing defenders in the NBA.
all
Mike
right,
Conley's Mike Conley is one of the best
Best
point guards in the NBA in
playmakers.
terms of like
they've got an actual team,
getting it going.
and they're all tall.
You can't.
And play defense.
Sorry, this whole podcast, you can't just look at the faces. It's
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
do.
that's fair, that's
That's
fair,
why they're
that's fair.
first.
You
That's
got your
why.
opinion.
You know what I mean? Well, this isn't just 4v4.
No.
This is
I know.
about what they're producing
Okay.
The-
in this season.
in this.
Just this season.
Well, no, this like realm of like right now.
Yeah,
So, like,
relevance. Whatever's
relevance,
relevant.
what we know they can do.
Yeah.
The Timberwolves are flying, bro. And it's not just because they are.
I know.
Anyway,
OKC are flying
and
too.
every team here
it.
has their best player taken out. Don't forget that. Now, let's review it quickly before we blah, blah, blah. So, Celtics in the Hall of Fame, Clippers. So, in the Hall of Fame, we've got the Celtics, Clippers, Miami Heat. Legit, we have the Bucks, Grizzlies, Cavs, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Kings, OKC, Pelicans. In average, we have the Mavs, the Pacers, the Lakers, the Suns, and the Knicks. In mediocre, we have the Sixers. In trash, we have the Warriors. All right. I am willing, if we're going to do any reviews, start us off, Cheech.
No, I just want people to comment about Sixers, the Golden State, Knicks. I just need to see comments, man. I
All
need
right.
to see comments.
Now that we've done this, I'm happy to bring the Pacers down, which Rise has been wanting the whole time. I'm happy to bring the Pacers down to
Sorry,
mediocre.
I can't see it
Have
on
you
my
realised
screen.
the faces?
No, just
What
the
is it?
Pacers. Just the
What is
Pacers.
it about? What's about
No,
the
I
Why
like
do you
the
want to move
depth.
them?
I like the
Is it
depth.
because the faces? Or
It's
is
just
it-
because I think those. See, when you do a tier list, you
No.
quite often find it's like, I need another tier, I need another tier. The Pacers would be about here, but I feel like with those teams and their impacts, not just the faces.
But Phillies, okay.
You'll see. You'll see.
I don't agree, but
Halliburton's on and off this kind of period at the moment, but you'll see. Pacers,
He's out at the moment.
Yeah. So Pacers have been keeping.
they've got no faces.
No,
That's
no,
why they
no,
should be
but-
lower.
No.
That's
Exactly.
your whole point.
yeah, but
Yeah.
You'll see the Pacers. They're so deep.
Yeah, I know they're so deep as
so
well. That's
deep.
why I had them there originally.
They have a.
But
bag and
even
a
with
half.
their depth,
nah,
I don't
they're
I
steady
don't
the ship.
think that it triumphs.
Knicks.
I don't think that it.
No way.
They don't have
They beat
faces.
Knicks
That's
all
why
day.
they should be lower.
They beat Knicks all day.
That's what it's come to.
Bro,
about the faces.
as you said, the Minnesota Timberwolves don't have real faces, but I've got them in legit. It's
Yeah,
not just
yeah,
about
okay.
that, and you should as well, bro.
I do
They're
have them legit.
first.
I do. But
Well-
people like the Suns, I think, should also go up. To
Yeah, I know. I'm with Rise now, so we'll drop the Pacers to mediocre. I have seen a few games. too many games when they don't have Hallie that they just. I know that they're really deep.
In the recent period, they've changed the lineup.
I know.
They've changed the lineup in this last 10 games.
Yeah.
And I think it's different from last year. Halliburton, don't worry. We're not saying downplaying Halliburton. Halliburton, All-Star, All-Star, has that Brunson-like effect, but they've made an adjustment to this lineup that is now just a coherent, gelling team.
All right. Now, any revisions you want?
No.
Can I have one more swing at the Nuggets going down?
Where are they again? Legit?
They're legit.
No.
Fuck. All right. Well, that is we just moved, as you saw, we just moved the Pacers down to mediocre. That is our supporting cast tier list. Not every team. There's 18 teams, there's 12 teams that are a bit irrelevant. We could have talked about the Jazz and Colin Sexton, but that's all right. Let us know in the comments where you would have put things and your comments on all our picks.
Where the Jazz at too.
And we'll talk to you next week.